Okay, so we're gonna make Olaf now. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna start off with his little feet. I'm gonna roll the little balls. Okay, so they're kind of uneven. I'm gonna take away from this one. They look about the same size. So his feet, he's not perfectly round, so what we're gonna do is kind of make little logs, and then we're gonna squish them down because they're kind of fat. And I'm gonna squish them like that. Put them together. So those will be his little feet. So I'm going to set these aside so they can dry a little bit. And then we're going to do his little stomach or his butt. Once again, roll it. If your fondant is sticking to you, you can use shortening, and that'll help it make it more pliable too. Or you can use cornstarch if you don't want it to stick. That's another way. So roll it in a ball. And the same thing, it's kind of do a little log like that. And then you're gonna kind of smush it down. So that's gonna be his little tummy in the front and then his butt in the back. Just check it to see if it looks like him. I think that's pretty good. I might make him a little bit wider, or I'll have to make the feet smaller. That should be okay. Okay, so we'll put that aside so they can dry separately. And then his chest, it's a little bit smaller. So once again, we'll get a little piece and then we'll test it out to see. Let's see. Looks good to me. So this one's a little bit more round. Okay, so that's the easy part. And this is the hard part where we get to his face, his head. It's a weird shape. So I'll take a big chunk. That might be okay. Just kind of look at your picture and look at the little balls that you already made and see if it'll be a good size. So I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna kind of taper the bottom so it looks like a little balloon almost. And then the top also. You get that kind of shape. So here you can use your tools to do this part. You can use your fingers, just whatever works for you. I kind of want to put his little sockets there. That way I know where his eyeballs are gonna go. And then he has like little cheeks kind of go out. We're just kind of going to form his cheeks. And and then push in, that way his cheeks kind of stick up. Okay, so you're just gonna kind of work the fondant to get the shape that you want. I really want his cheeks to stick out, that way you can tell he's smiling. So I think that looks pretty good to me. And then I'm gonna taper his neck a little bit more. He has a skinny, he has like no chin and just he's all neck. So just smooth that down. And then I'm gonna put a little hole where his nose is gonna be. That way I could stick his nose in. And that's done. So that'll be his nose. And his mouth. Little smile lines are right here, where his cheeks are at. You can use this tool, you can use a toothpick, you can use an actual piping tip, maybe like a Wilton, like a number 5, and kind of imprint his little cheek lines. So if you don't have a certain tool that I'm using, you can just improvise and use whatever you have. There's no right or wrong way to do it, just whatever looks good, you'll be okay. So his smile, it kind of goes down low, so I would want to put it here, and then it goes up a little bit like this. That's pretty goofy looking. And we'll do his giant tooth. And for this, you can shape it like this, kind of like squish it down, or you can just roll out a little piece of fondant. I would do it kind of thick because his tooth, it doesn't look so thin. So I would just cut a little piece. And right here I would cut the corners a little bit so it can round. You can round it. And just smooth out the edges with your finger. And then just put it on to see if it works. It's a little too long. So just cut a piece off. I like that a lot better. So add your glue, your water, and just stick it on. Okay. And for his eyes, there's a few things you can do for his eyes. You can either roll a little ball and then flatten it. And then take a white one on top of that and flatten that. It's not perfect, but just so you can see. So that would create the outline of his eyeball. So you can either do that, like that, or what I think I'm gonna do is roll an actual ball. That will look better. So here's another option. You can just roll out a thin snake. I'm gonna cut this off. So you would place your little eye in there. I'm not going to glue it yet, just so I can see if it works. And then you can just wrap this around and then cut it where you need it to match up. So that's another way, but it's a little bit thick. So I'd roll it a little bit thinner and then redo it. But I like it because his eyes are popping out and it gives him more of a 3D effect. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think it looks a lot better. I added glue or water and I just wrapped it around. So we'll do the same to this side. Just cut it off, bring the other side over, and cut it where you need it. Okay, and then for his pupil, same thing, just a little ball. Probably cut this in half. So I'm going to smush it in. Those are his weird little eyes. Now we're going to make his carrot nose. Oops. So you're just going to roll a little log, taper the edge. His nose kind of has a big bump, so I'm just going to cut some of this off. Has like a little hump on the top. So that's kind of too big. So just put it on and see if you like it. If it's too big, you can always take it away, take some off. I think it's fine. So now just put the little lines. Some water inside. I'm probably going to widen this a little bit. And more water. And just stick his little schnoz in there. Pretty Olaf-y. I think his eyes are too big though. Are they too big? Okay, so I decided to just do the black around the tops because he looked like a raccoon. He looked kind of funky. So I did that, and I made the eyes a little bit smaller also. So right now I rolled out a little worm of brown. And what I did is I tapered the edge, oops, and then just chopped it, and then I bent it like this. So these are going to be his little eyebrows. So I'm going to add a little bit of water or glue where I want them. Just place them down where you want them. I think he looks cute like that. And then what I'm going to do for his little twig hair, I'm going to roll out some thin twigs and then I'll let them dry, and then just stick them in the top when they're completely dry. So I'll probably just cut 3. And just bend them a little. And you're gonna let those dry. So what I'll do up here, I'll just poke 3 little holes. That way the twigs have a place to fit into. That should be good. So there's little Olaf. this is pretty dry. So what I'm gonna do here, we're gonna add some water. Place his body on his feet. Add some more. Place his little chest on top of his body. And then just make sure the toothpick will be okay here. I'm going to stick my toothpick in, leaving enough room for his head. That should be good. Just add some water here to the base, so that's where it's going to stick. Sometimes I'll add some to the stick. And then you're going to make sure you go straight up and down. That way the toothpick doesn't come through the sides or anything like that. Okay. So there he is. He looks cute. So now we need to make his little buttons. I'm gonna put his hair to the side. He has 3 coal buttons. Oh no! Okay guys, so I just put on his little coal buttons. Our camera died, so I didn't film that. But it's very easy. You just roll a little ball, kind of flatten it, and then I poked little holes in it to give it some texture. And I glued those on. So your last step will be to add your hair. Once it's completely dry, you'll just stick it in the little pre-made holes that you have. So you're gonna add his hair. And then what I'm gonna do for his hands, his arms, I cut up toothpicks. And I'm just gonna do that. It's just gonna be a lot easier. So he's gonna have an arm going up like that, and then one just kind of going down like that. So that'll be your finished Olaf. I'll go ahead and post a picture of him on the cake. That way you guys can see what he looks like. And I hope you guys like it. Until next time, bye.